Hello, Namaskar, and a very good evening to all the viewers watching NCRT's live interactive session. This is Simran Singh, and you have all connected with us through eVidya channel number 6 to 12. Besides viewers, we have so many different mediums through which you all can connect with us. And you can also participate in our live sessions by raising your queries, your questions in the comment section of our YouTube channel. That would be NCRT official. So it's around 4 p.m. on your watch and regularly from 4 till 5 p.m. We run our special sessions for all of you, and once again I would like to welcome all our viewers in the 5 days online training sessions on pedagogical perspective of virtual labs on Diksha. And we started the training session yesterday, that is on 10th of July. Today it's the second day of our online training session, and it will be there for all of you for another 3 days as well. And the concluding day for this particular training session is the 14th of July. So as you know that we are going to discuss about virtual labs. Virtual labs provides a near to reality experience to the students who try and have access to different laboratory systems and might not have access to the resources as well. So virtual labs are very important because they can be used anywhere, anytime, unlike the physical laboratories, but at the same time they are not the replacement of physical laboratories. Just we are trying to provide a near to reality experience to the students. And you all know that technological advancements, surely they are a boon for the society, but they might pose certain challenges. So at the same time it is really important to evolve the thinking skills, the problem solving ability of the young ones. And therefore pedagogy has to evolve and education has to be more experiential and inquiry driven, discovery oriented, learner oriented, discussion based, and of course enjoyable. So here we are with you for the second day of our online training session, where we are going to discuss on virtual labs as a learning tool. So let me quickly apprise you and take you through the details of what we are going to discuss for these 5 days. Yesterday we discussed about the virtual labs, the policy perspectives and the need of scope. Then today we are discussing more on virtual labs as a learning tool. Tomorrow we will shed more light on pedagogical usage of virtual labs for mathematics. And day after tomorrow, that is on 13th of July, on the day 4 of our online training session, we will enlighten you about the pedagogical usage of virtual labs for languages. And towards the end, regarding the pedagogical usage of virtual labs for science. So these are the details regarding our training sessions, and towards the end of this program I will also guide you towards the website and the web page through which you can find all the details of NCRT's live training sessions for all of you regarding pedagogical perspective of virtual labs on Diksha. And viewers, in this live session, if you have any of the queries, anything you feel like asking us, then do mention your comments, your questions in the comment section of NCRT official, that is our YouTube channel, and we will be more than happy to answer your queries and take your questions from our experts. Besides that, here is a contact number that is flashing on your screens. You may kindly note down this number, that is 8800440559. And a specific mail help ID for all of you is right there on your screen. It is training.helpdesk@ciit.nic.in. So let me apprise you that we are also joined by our expert in today's session, discussing at length about virtual labs and how they prove to be a learning tool for everyone. We have with us Dr. Anand Arya sir. Namaskar sir. Good evening,
Namaskar,
sir.
madam.
We welcome you. Sir is serving as Associate Professor at RIE Ajmer, Rajasthan. And viewers, you know the different mediums through which you can connect with us. So, without further ado, let's begin our conversation. So, Anand sir, now I'll request you to shed more details on the training session that we are going to conduct today for all our viewers.
Namaskar and a very good afternoon to all of you. Today we'll discuss about the pedagogical perspectives of the virtual lab. Yesterday in session, the policy perspective was discussed, and today we'll discuss how the virtual lab can be used as a learning tool. You know what is the virtual labs? Virtual labs is an educational tool that provides a stimulated environment to conduct scientific experiments and the practicals. These virtual labs, these are the replica of the actual laboratory experiences. They promote the visualizing the concepts in the better way. Uh, Through virtual labs, uh, all the experiments which are available in the laboratory can be used for the classroom processes, and they provides the equal access to the quality practicals and the hands-on experience. Through virtual labs you can go for the hands-on experience whatever you used to do in the lab situations or in the classroom situations, and these provides you the opportunity to learn anywhere and anytime, and one can use them for the individualized practice in all areas of experimentation. Now, you may be wondering why we are using this virtual lab as a learning tool. So, if you consider the virtual lab are have some special characteristics, and that makes them to use in the as a learning tool. These virtual labs are adaptable as per the need of the learner, and suppose you want to integrate the virtual lab in the teaching and learning, so you can adapt themselves according to the need of the learner and the context of the learner. You can use it in the teaching learning while the introduction or in between or in the recapitulation session. So whatever the way you want, so these are the adaptable, and they the virtual labs have the visual ads in them, they have the interactive exercises, they have the textual material also. So these visual ads attract the students to learn through them. They create a sense of engagement through the virtual lab, and these they have some interactive exercises also, and these interactive exercises makes the tool as the lab in a holistic manner. These virtual labs are interactive also, they promote the active learning. What happens if you take a video? So in video it is like a passive learning where the video is showing you something and you are receiving the content of video as a receiver. So this is a passive learning, but the virtual labs provides you the opportunity to interact, and as a result of that one, uh, they provides the stimulated hands-on experience. And the virtual lab, using virtual lab is same as you are performing a experiment in the lab, or you are doing the experiment in the lab itself. They are user friendly, they have the user friendly interface, they have easy navigation, so anybody can easily navigate from the one concept to the another. Some in they every virtual lab is provided with the clear instructions, what you need to do, how you can use them, and they have the manual with them. That is, the performing or the interactive manual is provided with the comments, and a logical organization of the content is available. That is, it gives the content sequencing opportunity to you. And as a result of this one, these virtual labs are nowadays very popular, not among the teachers but among the students also. They are learning, it creates a different learning experience to them. The virtual labs can be used for the personalized and the self-paced learning. Suppose I'm demonstrating some experiment in the lab. So I need to be in the lab to understand or perform that lab experiment. But when through virtual lab, I can perform at anywhere and any time. And if some learner wants it in a more time or less time depending upon the learner, so it creates a personalized learning experience, and through the pace of the learner they can utilize these virtual lab through the pace. They creates a automated assessment, and the virtual lab can be used for the assessment also. maybe in the recapitulation part or some other part, the virtual lab can be used. And mostly the virtual labs are, since they are interactive, so they come with the automated assessments, and they provides the assessment tool for learning. And that is one of the criteria for the national education policy 2020 also. That is, you can assess the learning, that is what to be taught to the students. So it provides the opportunity for the assessment for the learning, so they can be utilized as the assessment tool for the learning also. And all the virtual labs, they are accessible for the various platforms. You can find them in the through the app also, or the various web portals also. They provides the flexibility or the accessibility to use them, and this allows the learner to, as I have said, that is, they can be explored anytime or anywhere. And these they it can be accessed through any device. Maybe it can be accessed through the mobile, or it can be accessed through the laptop, or any media like projector or something. So the virtual lab, so virtual lab is a completely package in sense of the learning, and they can be used for the learning tool. And you can integrate these learning tools in your pedagogy. Now, how we can integrate, the biggest question is how I can integrate virtual lab as a tool. So for integrating the virtual lab in the teaching and learning, you should know the three things. That is, you must know the content, you must aware about the content, whatever the content you have. You must know about the pedagogy skills of teaching and learning. And the third one is the technology, and that is the virtual lab. That is the TPAC model we should know about. So how to integrate this virtual lab in teaching and learning? Let's see an example. For facilitating the actual lab experiments, you can use the virtual lab. Suppose you can use this virtual lab uh, either for doing the experiment before the performing the demonstration in the lab, or you can give it to the practice purpose to your students also after the demonstration itself, or you can use this virtual lab during the classroom situations also. So these virtual labs gives the actual laboratory experience. Suppose I have a concept of nine standard, that is the distinguish between the mixture and compound. This is the concept, and you can see that this is the virtual lab that is available in the O labs. This O lab, this is available through the Ministry of Electronics and Communication, through with Amrita Vidya Peetham. And it here the virtual labs are present, and they are also available at the Diksha platform also. So if I click to this one, suppose I go for this particular uh, concept, that is distinguish between the mixture and compound. Let's see, when I explore to this particular concept, let's see, I'm opening this one, and suppose I'm closing this and I'm putting the PowerPoint presentation. And suppose this is the O labs, and here in O labs you will find this virtual lab, and it has the provide you, you can select the test here. So let's see what are the different type of test they are available here. So the different type of test on the basis of which you can distinguish the mixture with the compounds, they are available here. That is basis of appearance, basis of behavior towards a magnet, action with the carbon disulfide, action of the heat, action with the dilute, HCl, it is available. So let's see, suppose we want to discuss it, the behavior towards the magnet. Now I'm teaching in a classroom situation, and I have give it this to my students, that is, this is the mixture, and here the mixture is there. You can see that is the iron is through shown by the black color, and the sulfur powder is there, that is shown by the yellow color. So this is the mixture, and what will happen if I put the iron towards this one? Then obviously what will happen, since it is a mixture of the iron and sulfur, the iron will be attracted towards the magnet. So let's see what will happen. So if I do this one, you can see it very easily, that is, the iron gets separated by the magnet. So it shows clearly that this happens. Now what will happen, if I take the compound, and I have taken the compound here, that is the iron sulfide. So if this iron sulfide is there, and this iron sulfide will be black in color, you cannot visualize here the iron or the sulfur in a separate way. The sulfur yellow color is not obtained because the iron and sulfur combine together to form a compound. And when the magnet comes to the compound, no iron can be separated to this one. So this basically, if I take this test, this is the way I can perform this experiment in front of the student. I can show them, that is how they can distinguish the mixture with the compound. Once I have done this one, there could be the two things which I can use it in the classroom situation. What I can do, I can give it to my students. First time show them that this is shown by the virtual lab, and let it to do in the real lab situations. What will happen? So they will have a little engagement with this one. They will have some little query, that what will have happen, is this is the right way, or let's perform this experiment. So they can do it, or they can perform this things at their home also. So the theory, whatever you have taught in the classroom, they can do it in the at their home also, or it can be shown for the demonstration purpose also. Here, as I have in the introduction part also, I have told you that each virtual lab comes with some comments, since they are the user friendly. So they have the sequencing of not only the sequencing of the content, but the clear instructions is there. So if you click to the eye, you can give the clear instruction, that is, there are no particles changing to the magnet, and you can see that indicates that iron has lost its original property, or magnet, that is magnetic nature, on the formation of the compound. So some clear instructions or the logical sequencing of the content is available, so you can easily note it down. Let's see and explore the another part also. Suppose I take a I reset it, and I take the another part, that is, let's see, and I can take the another part, and that is the, I can reset it. I have some internet issue here, so maybe it is not like clear or something. Suppose I take the another something, that is Xn with the carbon disulfide. So what will happen if the mixture of the iron and sulfur is taken, and it is reacted with the carbon disulfide? So you can see here I have a test tube, and that test tube has a mixture of the carbon and the sulfur, and carbon disulfide is there. And if I put the disulfide in this one, and I need help, so here the clear instructions are available. So if I click to the help button, so here you can see this one, the help button will show you, that is how I can do this one. So it shows me that I need to it is showing that drag the dropper towards the test tube. uh, you can, how I can shake this test tube or perform this experiment like this one. So let's have the carbon disulfide. When I have put the carbon disulfide, use few drops of carbon disulfide has been added to this test tube that contains the sulfur and the iron, and for shaking this one I need to click to this one. Once clicked, a yellow color is obtained. So why this yellow color is obtained, I can check this one by clicking on the eye. When I click to eye, it says that the yellowish particle of the sulfur dissolve in the carbon disulfide to form a yellow solution, and the particle of iron settles at the bottom of the test tube. So it interacts with me. That is what will happen if I take the mixture, and what will happen if the carbon disulfide is added, and at every step it gives me the opportunity to interact, opportunity of the interaction. So for the learning of the science, if I can look the curricular expectations of the learning of the science, the one of the curricular expectations of the learning of the science is the engagement of the learner with whatever the activity you are performing. So it gives me the opportunity to engage my students in this one. So whole engagement is available here. So it provides me the hands-on experience, engagement. It makes me to interact, and it makes me to think logically, and it ultimately it provides me the experiential learning, that what will happen, how I can distinguish this particular experiment, that is how can I distinguish mixture with the compound. So virtual labs gives you the facility for the actual laboratory experience. It facilitates learning for the actual laboratory experiences. It also promotes the guided inquiry based learning. um, One of the curricular expectations of the learning of the science is the use the inquiry, that is to promote inquiry among the students. So for the learning of science, the pedagogical aspects are, that is the inquiry based approach can be followed. And in the inquiry based approach, you can use the virtual lab as a guided inquiry learning. And this guided inquiry based learning, you can make the student as an investigator to perform experiment, and not only to perform experiment, whatever the results they have obtained, and to infer that results and prepare a report of the experiment whatever they have achieved. So let's have virtual lab here. I have a virtual lab, and this virtual lab is related with the bacterial growth. And here we have a petri dish, and we have the different we can grow the different bacteria in the petri dish. So in the experimental design, I can have the three things with me. That is, I can control the temperature, whatever the temperature I have, I can control my temperature from 0 to 50 degree. I can have the two substances, that is A and B, and I can take the control the different amount of these substances also. And the thing is, I can take the duration of the experiments. So all the experiments like duration and the temperature, you can make the simulation by yourself. All the experiments whatever you are performing for your students, they are at a single place. Let's perform this particular experiment. So when I open this virtual lab, and let me explore this virtual lab. When I putting this virtual lab, let's see, this is the virtual lab I'm having. So here this virtual lab is available at biomanbio.com. You can explore this virtual lab here. And here, as I have shown, I have talked earlier that it gives you the uh, content. So the logical sequencing of the content is available here, and it gives you the background, that is the introduction and of the background. And they have these four the three are the deciding factor, that is the temperature, amount of the antibacterial substances that you can use, and the experiment duration, I have to use, and it gives you the instructions, that is how the students can perform to this one. So suppose I need to introduce the know about the bacterial growth. And in bacterial growth, let's see how the bacteria grow. And here this they have again shown you the various types of the instructions how I can use this one, or the material that is available they have shown here. So let's go for the simulation. So when I'm talking about the simulation, so in experiment design, I can take the many things. Let's start with the temperature. So I can take the temperature, and the temperature is suppose the 10 degree Celsius, or let's take the uh, room temperature. So I have taken the 25 degree Celsius, that is the temperature here I have taken. Let the amount of the substance of added, let's suppose I have taken the 5 microliter of the substances. This is the substance A, that is anti bacterial, and um, 5 ml, or let's take the 1 microliter of this one, and let's check the experiment duration 1 day. Now think that if I have to use this in the classroom situation, I have to wait for the 1 day. But here, once I have set the simulations, I can show, or I can run the simulations depending upon the experimental conditions. So let's see. So once I have done this one, let's run the simulation. So after 0 day, you can say, that is after day 1, the bacterial growth will be this one, that is at temperature 25. So this was the experiment that was performed at room temperature. Now you are stimulating the students, suppose perform this experiment at 10 at 10 degrees Celsius. So let's have the 10 degree Celsius, and I reset it, and I ask the students to perform the same experiment, that is on day 1 at 10 degree. Okay, so let's see what will happen. So if they stimulate, or if they go for the run simulation like this one, so let's see what happens. The bacterial growth at day 1, you can compare this one. Earlier, if you can visualize, earlier the bacterial growth was very high, but now it is very low. So what will be the effect of the temperature on this one? And what will happen if I perform the experiment at day 2? Suppose I perform this experiment at day 2, then what will happen? So let us reset it and perform the same experiment at day 2. So at 1, it will be like this one. At day 2, you can visualize this experiment, that is how the bacterial has growth. Or at day 3, what will be the, at day 3, this will be there. And what will be the effect of temperature? Suppose I take the temperature at 25, and when I take the temperature at 25 and do this at this one, let's do this one, and I reset it and go for day 3rd. That is, now you can see at 25 degree centigrade, and day 3rd, my petri dish is full of bacteria. So I can use it. What will happen if I can use the temperature at 50 degrees centigrade? Let's see. Suppose the temperature is 50 degrees centigrade, and I'm using this for the day 3. So you can see that at day 3, I'm not having any bacterial growth. At day 1, I was not having any, I have not visualized, or I have not seen any growth bacteria. And at day 3 also. So what happens, that is at 50 degrees centigrade, why the bacteria is not growing? So this stimulates the students to make their own logical decision. They can infer that one, and that supports their learning in the guided inquiry also. So you can use this virtual lab in the guided inquiry based learning also. At every step you need to guide your students, that is how they can use this virtual lab. That is, you need to guide them. Don't tell them that is this will happen, that will happen. They need to explore, that is what will be the effect of the temperature, what will be the effect of the different antibacterial agents, the amount of the bacterial agent, and what will be the effect of the duration. So in this way you can use these learning virtual labs for using the inquiry based learning also. And these virtual labs can be used to visualize some of the phenomena which are the invisible. And it promotes the critical thinking. Suppose some of the phenomena are there and they are not visual by the simple eye, so they can visualize them, they can think that it may happen, and as a result of that one, it promotes their critical thinking. And for that one, the augmented reality based material can be used as a virtual lab. And these augmented reality material is available on by our e-Pathshala augmented reality app. This app can be downloaded by the Play Store if you're using the Android app, and it can also be downloaded from the App Store of the iPhone also. And once you will download this one, you can use this app by scanning it to the various concepts in our textbook they are giving on this one. Suppose I have once you will scan, you will need to select the class, you need to select the subject, and you need to select the chapter and the topic also. And once you will select this one, so you need to scan the particular diagram of the textbook. Let's have this one. Suppose I have a class ninth textbook of the science, and I have selected the chapter 1. And in this ninth in this chapter, I have taken a particular in chapter 1, I have selected a particular one of the activity, and that is the burning of magnesium. So once I scan to this one, the activity will be loaded. So this is the textbook I had taken. You can see this is the textbook in chapter 1. When I scan to this one, so this particular diagram is in the 3D view, and here you can see, that is how the magnesium is burned and how you can collect the ashes of the magnesium in this one, that is magnesium oxide is collected in the this one. So this is the material that is available in the AR, and this AR material, the you can use this AR material as a virtual lab for by simply by taking the screen capturing of this experiment. You can use this one, and you can integrate for your teaching and learning also. You can use the you can ask various concepts, you can hypothesize the various things, and you can formulate hypothesis, and you can ask questions related to this hypothesis. Suppose I need to explain the physiology of human being in my classroom. So for this one, what I need to show, I need to demonstrate something, and the best thing is if I demonstrate it through the virtual lab. Suppose I'm showing the digestive system. So how the digestion is taking place in digestion. Suppose I have taken some food in my mouth. That food has to be chewed by the teeth, and the chewed food is swallowed, and through the gastric movements it reaches to the stomach, and the various gastric juices are secreted. So let's see what will happen. I cannot show through the visual through eyes to the students, but it provides the opportunity to the students to visualize, that is the invisible thing, to the students through the virtual lab or the augmented reality app. So the material which was available on the AR based learning resource, I have is captured this in the screencast, and I'm showing you this one. So suppose this is the material I'm showing you. Let's see, this is that is, this is the alimentary canal, or this is the whole, you can see the various organs are here. And if I need to show the digestion process, let's see, this is the mouth. You can see the food is first goes into the mouth, and it is chewed by the teeth, and by through the tongue, the it is mixes with the saliva, and by the gastric movements it reaches to the stomach. So through this virtual lab, you can see where what is the position of the teeth, how the the different organs of the human, the different organs, they are involved in the digestion. They, what is the position, you can see this one, that is, what is the position of the liver, what will happen, the gastric juices, how the gastric juices are secreted in the in the stomach, and how the assimilation is taking place. It moves to the intestine, and then the waste is moved through the anus. So the different gastric glands like pancreas, liver, the whole physiology of this digestion can be explained to this one. So other sources, learning resources, they uh, does not give you the idea how the digestion is taking place, but through the using this augmented reality as the virtual lab, you can use it for the teaching learning to show it for your students. So here we have explored the AR based material of as a virtual lab. So you can use this virtual lab for this for learning experience also. Uh, Through this virtual lab, you can go for the assessment also. It gives the automated assessment, and as I have earlier told you, it can be used as a assessment tool for learning also. You can use the assessment for the learning. That is how your students are learning. You can use this one, and you can integrate in your teaching and learning. Let's use these virtual lab, and especially O labs, one of the activity, and that is available for the English learning. And here we have used it for the, that is, let's perform an activity for the conversion of the passive voice into the active,
And
passive to
sir,
active voice conversion.
before diving into the details of the activity, I would like to inform all our viewers watching the program that we still have around 10 minutes left in the conversation. So, all your queries, anything you would like to ask us in this particular live interactive session, you may submit your queries in the comment section of NCRT Official. We'll try to take up all your questions. So, you may proceed.
So when I use this learning, that is for this one, so this is the OLab, and here in OLab the lot of virtual labs or the interactive simulations are available, and you can also find it in the Diksha platform also. And here theory is available, so you can go for the theory, that is the material that can be used to this one. Let's have this the that is the simulation that is available here. So this is the you can see it is welcoming us for the English lab, and we are performing an activity that is passive to active voice conversion, and how I can use it for the assessment purpose. Let's see, it is asking me my mail, so you need to go for mail, you need to go for the mail. Let's see, this is the interface of the virtual lab that is available. And suppose I'm teaching the conversion of the passive voice to active voice. So what are the flexibility that I have, or this particular virtual lab provides me? I can change the tense. Suppose I change it the simple past tense. So I have chosen the simple past tense, and this simple past tense I am converting the passive voice to active voice. So here the sentence in the passive voice is that is, a ball was caught by Nana. So what will be the answer? That is, in the active voice it will be, that is, Nana caught a ball. And here I have the sentence in the active voice I need to arrange. That is, I need to take this Nana in the front. So I have taken the Nana and caught a ball. It is right. Let's see, when I'm submitting it, so what will happen when I submit this one? Let's see, when I'm submit, so when I'll submit this one, it will interact with me, and it interact with me, that is, my answer is correct. And let's see, click on the next to solve the question. Okay, let's go for the next one. Okay, now again, let's do, suppose I am not able to perform this one, or I am asking my students, that is, here the hockey was played by the man, and I'm not able to make it, or I'm not able to convert this passive voice into the active voice. So what I have there, I have some instructions, that is, how can I do this one, and I can go for some theory also. And when I click to the theory, it gives me the everything, that is, logical sequencing of the content is available. That is, what is the voice, what is active voice, what is passive voice, how the active and passive voice models are available, what will be the rule to convert these particular tense in of passive voice into the active voice. So suppose I was using the simple past tense, it was in this format, and it needs to be converted into this one. And that is, what are the different rules for conversion of the pronouns, and how I can use this one. So the theory is also available with the student, so I can give this particular theory to my students, and particularly for teaching purpose also, for the learning teaching also. That is how I can show it to my students for this one. That is how, if this is there, I can use this one. And if on this one, if they are not able to this one, let's see, that is the hint is available. So if I click to the hint, it gives me the hint, that is, in active voice the position of the subject and object are interchanged. Let's see some more also. In more, it gives the many things that are need to be done. And if I click to OK, then it gives me the all opportunities to convert the passive voice into the active voice. Okay, let's, what will happen if I do this particular experiment, or this particular interaction in a wrong way. Suppose I provide a wrong response to this one. Okay, so my response should be, that is, man played the hockey. And if I put the hockey in the position, that is front position, and the in the last position, and let's see, suppose I click here the submit button. So when I click to the submit button, it is interacting with me, and it is giving me a feedback. And this feedback shows that is, what the mistakes I have done in regard to the subject, object, and the mean verb.
Sir,
That is,
you are
in terms
sharing
of the
certain
subject,
important details with our viewers, but due to paucity of time, I'll have to request you to conclude your words.
yeah, we are just concluding this one. So uh, I'm doing this in my classroom situation. That is, if I'm not doing, then I can utilize this for the learning also in this way. And in this way, you can go for the assessment. And this type of assessment, you can do it for the not only for the language, but for the learning of the other subjects also you can go for this one, and you can assign the task to your students to do these at their home also. And as I have said that these virtual labs provides you the opportunity to learn anywhere and anytime, so you can use them as a learning tool. And it's a wonderful tool. It provides you the all the opportunities to use this as a pedagogical tool.
Of course, sir.
So if we have any questions, we can take the questions.
Sure, sir. We are left by the last 2 to 3 minutes in the conversation, but thank you so much for being a part of this particular session and guiding us more on how virtual labs can be an important and essential learning tool for all our students, our viewers watching the program. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. And just a reminder for all our viewers that let's take a look at our website and let's get to understand more about the 5 days online training session that we are conducting for all of you. So, viewers, all you have to do is just land on the home page of our website, that is www.ciet.nic.in. In order to know more about these 5 days training sessions, click on events, and the third last option says workshop/training. So, once you click here, you will land on this page. There are 3 kinds of activities right in front of you, and in order to know more about the online training on pedagogical perspective of virtual labs on Diksha, just click here. So, when you land on this particular page, you will receive all the details like the 5 days topics that we are going to discuss, the diverse usage of virtual labs, and also the pedagogical usage of virtual labs for mathematics will be our topic for tomorrow's program. Now, let's dive into the details. As you can see that the objectives of these particular sessions is explaining the policy recommendations, describing the significance of using virtual labs, and also exploring the possibilities of integrating virtual labs in teaching, learning and assessment of English, science and mathematics. Now, these are the details with regard to all the viewers who would like to participate in the post session activity, that is our quiz. So, you all can participate, it's students, teacher educators, everyone can participate in the activities. Now, it is a detailed program schedule with the title of the program, the day and the dates against the names of the resource persons, and the video links are also uploaded for you. For any reason, if you haven't watched any of our videos or training session, then you don't have to worry. All you have to do is you may find these videos either on NCERT official, that is our YouTube channel, or you can simply click on the video link available over here. So, let's scroll down and let's understand more about how we all can participate in our 5 days online training sessions. Step 1 is registration. So, you can register yourself by clicking on these particular details that are right there on your screen, and you can also access the details, that is the Google form, and you can scan the QR code. Watch our live training programs through the different mediums. Then the post session quiz, as you all know that the link will be updated on 14th of July, that will be the concluding day of our 5 days online training sessions. The opening date would be 14th of July and the closing one would be 14th August 2023. So, you may submit your feedback, it is very essential for you, for us, and it matters a lot. And in case of any queries, you know the different mediums through which you can reach out to us. Once again, thanking all of you for being a part of this particular conversation. It was the second day of our online training sessions running on pedagogical perspective of virtual labs on Diksha. We discussed today about virtual labs as a learning tool. Tomorrow it's going to be about pedagogical use of virtual labs for mathematics. Stay connected with NCERT official, and here is a detailed information regarding NCERT textbooks for all of you. You may go through these details, and next up the program that we have is a Sahyog, where we try to provide guidance for mental well-being and psychosocial support to all the students and viewers watching our programs out there. So, in case if you haven't purchased your NCERT textbooks, you can purchase them through the different sales counters. You may also place the order online, and at the same time you can download the PDF and the soft copy version. And also, if you would like to explore more about the availability of the textbooks, about the authorized vendors, then the website would be www.ncert.nic.in. Once again, thanking all of you. Stay connected to NCERT official, and we will be right back within few seconds. Namaskar.